Has there been an orc model you wish they would bring back?
One of those models that I wish they could bring back is Captain Badrukk or Badrukk. I just like the whole flair, the whole craziness of that type of like theme when it comes to orcs. And like the model itself, I want to see it redone in like the new scale of 40K.
Yes, I agree that it would be really awesome to see a new Captain Badrukk that is like bigger, tougher.
The old school one, he seemed very like, I don't know, squished in.
So within the lore of Greenskin, the more he fights, the more wog he gathers, the bigger he becomes, because might makes right, so he has to be really, really tough. Even the mechs. The mech leaders need to be big, hence Big Macs. So a freebooter captain like Badrukk's should be huge.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if Etsy has something like that.
I'm pretty sure they've got some pretty badass things. What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
And we're back at it, answering more questions from you guys in another episode of For the Greater.
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. We're also still celebrating October, the greatest month of the year, because I am a greenskin player. And
I've been fighting greenskins since we've been playing 40K.
You know what, though? 9th edition, the Sound Alchemist wiped the board with... Was it 9th or 7th?
I believe it was 7th.
It was 7th when all of a sudden shooting armies just became like the best thing. Luckily, we only played like 2 games that entire edition. This is before the editions lasted, what, 3 years?
Something like that, yeah.
It wasn't like that. But anyways, today's question comes from Musica Player. He asks, has there been an orc model you wish they would bring back?
Orcs have had a long history in 40K, and because of that, they have metal models that have been discontinued, and they got brand new models like pretty much every, 3 years they get a new model at least?
Basically, yeah.
They're the best supported Xeno army, I feel like, and one of those models that I wish they could bring back is Captain Badrukk, or Badrukk. Basically, he is a orc, aka in the pirate sense. If you ever wanted to play any type of like spacefaring orcs with like the hats and that type of aesthetic, Captain Badrukk, right?
Badrukk, yeah.
Badrukk was the guy for you. I just like the whole flair, the whole craziness of that type of like theme when it comes to orcs. And like the model itself, yeah, it was bad, but like I want to see it redone in like the new scale of 40K.
I think it was Finecast that Badrukk came out on, and he was the traditional pirate, where he had the pirate hat, the feather, the gun, and he paired really well with the, what are the pirate orcs called?
Freebooters?
Freebooters, yeah, but there's a unit called, for some reason their DACA guns, or their Snaz guns are the only thing that comes to mind. But it was a unit that paired with Badrukk's, and the rules were really good. Like, he gave buffs and stuff like that. He's still in Legends, so you can play him on the tabletop, but it will be the old model.
Yeah, technically I think you have to get your opponent's permission to play Legends models.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're like tournament... you can't use them in tournament settings.
No legal tournament stuff. Yeah. We only play with the boys, so you could bring them if you want. You should start a freebooter
army.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I like the trench coats that like the orcs wear, whether it's like from either the piratey orcs or the what are the other ones that wear the trench coats where they're like more militarized?
Blood Axe
axes, yeah.
They like to pretend that they're part of the Imperial Guard. Or does the Imperial Guard pretend that they are Blood Axe clans? Because they came first. Humans came after the orcs. But yeah, I think Freebooter clan itself is one of my favorites because it's like a catch-all, or it used to be a catch-all kind of clan, where like they're pirates, sure, like in the sense of like Peter Pan, Captain Hook, all that kind of stuff. Peter Pan. Yeah, like that's what when I think of pirates, I don't think of pirates are
like Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, I think of Peter Pan
and Captain Hook.
Yeah, there you go. But in that sense, but that's just the surface, like the tip of the iceberg. If you go deeper, you start to realize that no, there's gene stealer orcs. We've talked about this before. There's like demonically possessed orcs, weird boys, warp heads, all that kind of stuff comes or finds a home within a wog of a freebooter captain like Captain Badrukk's. So yes, I agree that it would be really awesome to see a new Captain Badrukk's that is like bigger, tougher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like the old school one, he seemed very like, I don't know,
Tiny.
squished in.
Yeah, especially when you look at the size of Godskool Magurok, and then you compare him to like the name characters that we have for the orcs. He's tiny.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, Gaskell does have that like cyborg body, that mech body.
Yeah, but I'm saying like whenever you think of like within the lore, a greenskin, the more he fights, the more wog he gathers, the bigger he becomes, because might makes right, so he has to be really, really tough. Even the mechs, like you think they're like brainiac kind of dudes, like the mech leaders need to be big, hence big mechs. So a freebooter captain like Badrukk's should be huge.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if Etsy has something like that.
I'm pretty sure they've got some pretty badass things.
For me, if I had to choose an orc model to come back, it had to be the Squiggoth. So back in the day when Forge World was a thing, so you had Games Workshop and then you had Forge World. Forge World was specializing in creating two distinct Squiggoths.
The gargantuan Squiggoth and then the regular Squiggoth.
Yeah, I want the gargantuan Squiggoth back.
It's basically a huge dinosaur squig that just rides into battle, and it's like akin to like a massive super heavy tank.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day on my run, because that's what I do when I run. I think about orcs. I was thinking about how the Squiggoth, the design of the Squiggoth itself looks very like a dinosaur, like a lizard kind of thing. Whereas you look at now the Beastnaga mounts, what
like
are
the
they called?
Squigosaurs?
Yeah.
Or the Squigosaur is the bigger one, but the Squig Hogs.
Yeah, the Squig Hogs.
Yeah.
Like whichever one, even if you the great white
Squig, yeah.
like it's just a circle with a tail, and I get it because that's what a squig is supposed to be. But then you look at a Squiggoth and you're like, oh, like how did that go from that to that? Even like the smaller version of the Squiggoth for Forge World still looked like a dinosaur.
Yeah, they always looked very dinosaur-like. But when you go to Age of Sigmar, there's like a huge squig, and it's just like a regular squig just blown up times 10.
Yeah, so
nothing dinosaur about it, just, a round thing with teeth.
But I would like them to bring back the Squiggoth and repurpose him. I don't want just a giant great white squig again, where it's just a circle with teeth.
Yeah.
I want more character, and you saw that with the Squiggoth, because the Squiggoth was even like one of the elephants from Lord of the Rings.
That's exactly what I picture. Yeah.
Armor plates through the what's it called, shoulders. They had a huge back mount. It was really, really cool, and it just makes sense that like the orcs are purposefully breeding the squig. It's not going to look like a regular, attack squig that an orc war boss would have. But yeah, as far as those models, I think that one would be really cool to come back.
Yeah, definitely. Considering Forge Road is gone, GW has to bring these guys back somehow, some way, some shape, some form.
Yeah. Again, Etsy, third party, probably has capitalized on this. I know that, is it Cromlech? Or I forget what Cromlech has become, Crow something now, but they have a squig model, a Squiggoth model that's kind of like tinier, but it's like $100, which is insane. Oh, that's another thing. Back in the day, like Forge World Squiggoths were like, I mean,
a down payment on a car.
No. They were cheap. They're like $200.
Yeah.
Like for $200 now, you buy a box. Like a starter set for 40K.
Like Combat Patrol, something like that.
Yeah. So I guarantee you that if you found like a third party online Squiggoth sale, like it would be, you're looking at $1,000.
Yeah. All that resin.
Yeah. Because I did look up what's the Tyranid giant?
Hierophants?
I think so.
Yeah.
That was $1,000 on Etsy. On Etsy. I was like, God damn. Anyways, this is an expensive freaking hobby.
Yeah, that question leads right into, that comment leads into this next question. What has changed from the hobby since you guys started playing? pricing, yeah. So it's no joke that GW raises prices periodically, but they at least give us a heads up. Like, I feel like like a month or two before it happens, they'll announce like, "Hey, price increase is coming."
I still don't like it.
Yeah, nobody likes that because I mean, I remember the days of like 5th edition when you could go out there and buy a box of what was it, like 20 boys
for $20.
For $20, you could buy 3 Crisis battle suits for like $20.
And what was cool about that is like, okay, so imagine you're a teenager, you just got a job like at the grocery store. $20 is affordable, right?
Yeah.
Like you could work a day or two and make the $20 to buy that thing, or you can ask your parents, "Hey, can you like, buy $20?"
Yeah, if you don't have a job, you have an allowance. Save for a month, boom, you can buy a box.
Yeah, of just like basic infantry troops. So like in today's day and age, it would be the front. What are they called? Yeah, front
battle line
or battle line. There you go. Now you look at a battle line kit, $50. The price of a regular teenage job didn't go up that much, where you could just be like, "Oh, I'll work a day to make $50 to buy this freaking thing." I think that it has like there's no match to it.
Yeah,
I'm not a kid working at a grocery store, so I don't really know. Who knows? Maybe, but like it's just so ridiculous that a regular box is $50 where it used to be $20. Insane.
Yeah, but I feel like nowadays people are saying like, "Oh, well, GW, their sculpts got better, more detailed." Like it's a good thing that there's a price increase because that means that whatever money they are charging, the rest of it goes to their shares, and they're going to keep the business going, and they're going to give you more of what you want.
But you shouldn't worry about that. Like that's that's their problem.
Right, that's a business thing. You're not supposed to be, "Oh, okay, I have to play my Space Marines so that I could get Space Marines in the future." No, you're saying, "I'm here to play the game. I want to enjoy the game. I don't want to worry about all this business mumbo jumbo."
Yeah. Another thing that has changed within the hobby is just the welcoming nature, I feel, of the hobby. Like back in the day, it used to be more of like goofy punk, like you're doing something really nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no hiding it. And nowadays, I feel like there's a bunch of edgelords who are just kind of like, maybe that's just the culture within not just 40K, but like because nerdy culture has become more mainstream. Yeah. It's attracted more people to be like assholes.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But at the same time, I feel like even the people that work at the GW stores, like I feel like back in the day, we'd walk by and the people were like, "Oh, come in, I'll show you how to play. I'll show you how to paint this mini. Here's a free orc." And nowadays it's like you walk in and they're instantly like, "Oh, what can I help you buy? What army do you play? You need to buy this. You need to buy that. You need to buy." It's like, damn. Like I get it. Like your higher ups are telling you make sales, but at the same time, like, sometimes I just want to look. I don't want to talk. I just want to look.
Yeah, because I do remember the days of going into a Games Workshop store and like having a party. Like you invite your friends and you guys buy like a box and you guys are sitting there painting and the GW guy's like helping you. And I get it, like no GW employee is supposed to be a babysitter, so like he shouldn't be left by that or with that. But nowadays I do feel that like it's not a teenager working at the Games Workshop store. It's like a grown-ass man. And yeah, he's just kind of like, you going to buy or not?
Right.
And I think I feel like just there isn't that much youth coming into the Games Workshop stores.
Definitely.
Or
you go to a game store and you see mostly like middle-aged dudes playing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're usually the demographic that has the money to buy, paint, build, and play.
That's true, yeah. It's always awkward to go to a hobby store where like it's predominantly card games like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Magic. So you have them all sitting there in their little tables, and then we go to the corner with like the 40K stuff. And there's a huge difference. Like you could tell that the card players are like guys that just got out of high school, like class, and they're just chilling with their friends. Whereas like the 40K players are like, they're old.
Yeah.
So
it's like, I only got 20 minutes. Like I need to get in and get out.
Yeah. Good question though. And then the last question, I got one from HR Welch. What's the scarier outcome? A war where a Tyranid fleet fought and absorbed the Xenomorph DNA, or a war where the Xenomorph won, leading to Nids Xenomorph hybrids?
That's like the same thing. So there's no way that the Tyranids would lose to Xenomorphs.
No, not at all.
If they do lose to Xenomorphs, maybe if they get lucky, a hive fleet dies. But that's just alerting the other hive fleets, hey, look at all this biomass that's here. Go attack.
Yeah, and if you've watched any of the new Alien TV show, they're not that tough.
No, I mean, people are able to take them out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you'd have Tyranids that incorporate the DNA of a Xenomorph so they could adapt, which they already do that.
Yeah.
They could get acid blood, which some Tyranids already have that. And that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know what else they would gain.
Yeah, because I think a Xenomorph, like, the scary part is that it can infect any type of living thing and then it grows, which is just a gene stealer.
Right.
So it's a Tyranid hive fleet is scarier because it doesn't need a host. Like, there's already ships, massive, like, planet-sized ships that are just producing apex predators to the level of a Xenomorph, without having to face sucker people and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, no. Tyranids are way better than Xenomorphs, so not that big of a difference.
Yeah, but good question, though.
Yeah. Those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, please comment down below. Thank you guys so much for listening and hanging out, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, keep those questions coming, guys. More Orktober, followed by Hollow Week. And as always, it's been the Sound Alchemist.
Gershwin.
And we are out.
Oh, I did put my